Hello everyone, welcome back to Manufactoria 2022. We're still working our way through the many optional puzzles in governance. And just like last time, I had a look around at the puzzles available in between episodes to see whether I wanted to try to attempt a 4-star this video. And to do that without too much kind of pointless pontificating on camera. And Solon, I guess, a salon you go to by yourself, because there's a robot manning it, I guess, actually doesn't look hard at all. So I think we're going to do that one. So, Solon. Rapid technological shifts had left our elderly elected representatives floundering. As a result, 1/3 of the legislature was to be replaced with fully autonomous robotic lawmakers, an experiment in democracy, pushed forward by demands from the ever-growing liberated robot population. If this worked, we could replace the other 2/3 soon. So this has a new concept. It's not tasks. Rather, it's projects, where each green delineates a project. And we're being asked, each project should have the same number of reds and the same number of blues. And this seems very simple to me. Like, it takes a little bit of work, but like a 3-star, and a 3-star would be reasonable for it because it's introducing a new task. But anyway, you just like look at the first task and you grab the first color it has, right? And then you go over all the other tasks, and for each one you try to remove that color. If you can't, you junk. If you can, you go back to the front, right? We glossed over some details on like how to do that, but that algorithm seems totally reasonable. Oh, and if you look at the first task and it's empty, then you just go over the whole tape, and if you ever see anything that isn't green, you throw up. Right? It doesn't care what's on the tape when we output, but it will always be outputting empty tapes. So like, let's just get started. Like I said, there's some details that you have to be a little bit careful on, but it should be totally possible to solve with that basic algorithm. So, first of all, 0 inputs is legal. So I can't use a red, blue, yellow scanner here, or a red, blue, green scanner. Rather, I can't use red, blue, green because the yellow that I wrote might be the only thing on the tape. And I can't use red, blue, yellow because there might be an empty project at the front. So it really does need to be a 4-way scanner. I expect it'd be a little more convenient routing-wise to use the green-yellow scanner half first, because those kind of break out early, right? If it's yellow, I can just accept. And if it's green, then I just scan the rest of the tape looking for anything but green and reject them. Well, green and yellow, obviously, because the yellow is our accept condition. So, I don't know, maybe I will do that first. I'm kind of hesitant because it means I put the red-blue further away, and they want to loop back, but I guess they're going to have plenty of room for that, to grow in the right direction, hopefully. But we should be, like, really, I think, we can just write a red solution, say, work it all out, assuming the input was red, and then copy and color mirror and be blue that way, right? We really will need 2 complete copies of the machine. So yeah, let's start with our green-yellow scanner. If yellow, this really should only happen if the entire input was empty, but fine, in that case we accept. If green, then the first project was empty. And we want another green-yellow scanner. Where we erase the greens that we see, we accept on yellow, and we reject on anything else. So this should handle no projects or all project, or the first project being empty. Let's test those. So no projects. Hey, nice. What an impressive task that was. So no projects were fine. First project empty could look like this, right? We say, oh, look at that. The first project was empty. Nope, and I found a non-empty project. Throw it away. But if in fact all the projects were empty, we could do this a little faster, I guess, but I'm going to try again to minimize scanners and stampers first. Yeah, so that works as well. Great. Now we're just left with the simple task of handling reds and blues. Oh, I guess we won't quite be able to copy the factory because there's these kind of obstacles here. But we'll just have slightly more complicated routes back to here, I guess. But the meat of what's happening up here can stay the same. Both of them aren't allowed to use this tile. So that should be fine. I'll build up here. It's the most constrained. And that way when I copy down here, the solution will still be valid. So we know at this point that the input is red or blue. And we're never going to come back to this state at a time when we don't know that, because we're only here once. This is the scanner that decides whether we go to blue zone or red zone. I'm actually going to have these point away from each other so that it's obvious that I don't intend that route to ever be taken. This is a dead tile that we'll never visit. So, if we visit blue, it seems clear that what we must do is scan through the remaining project, the rest of the project, copying all reds and blues. So that's easy. We've done that many times. And we can use a red, blue, green scanner because we know there's a green still coming. There's the reds and blues copied. And we read a green. That was the first project. So now our job is to copy the project, this next project, until we find a blue. If we don't find a blue, I have to use a four-way scanner here, right? Because there could be a blue or a red, obviously, but there also could be a green for an empty project, in which case we reject, or a yellow, in which case we have finished all the projects and we go back to the start. So let's put the green-yellow thing first so we can route over here easily, I guess. I could put the red-blue thing first because I think it's going to occur more often, but I want the red-blue to have more space to route, I think. I do need this tile easily reachable, I think. Because this is a useful, it's like copy the robot and then all the remaining robots. So I want to be able to get here when we find a blue in the current robot. Right, for example, we could do this. We found a blue, so copy the rest of the robot. If we find a green, we reject. We were trying to remove a blue from this robot, this project, and there was no blue. If we find a red, we just write it back to the robot. And if we find a green, then this wait. If we find a yellow, something's wrong. Yeah, I did something wrong here. So we came in here having copied a blue, and we're now copying the current robot. When we get to a green, the current robot is finished, and we must copy the remaining robots. Or projects, whatever. Right? So in fact, this is where we must loop around. We already succeeded in removing a blue. It's if we get to a yellow here that we must reject. No, there can't be a yellow here. Because we're still in the middle of copying a project. Wait. This node already removed a green. It got to the end of the robot it was copying. If we then encounter another green, there truly was an empty robot. An empty project when I needed all projects to be non-empty. So actually, I guess I wanted this to be mirrored, right? So this seems right. If we encounter an empty robot, we reject it. If we encounter a yellow project, not robot, then there were no projects left. And we go back to the start. And this yellow gets stamped on. Ah. Hang on. I need this to go up a bit because we need to rewrite the end of project marker for the project we're currently working on before we go. Now, if I encounter a yellow, I leave. Because I've successfully removed one blue from every project. If I encounter a green, I failed to remove a blue from each project. And if I encounter a red or blue, I'm going to have to do something else. Because I've now found a new project, right? If... Yeah. So... And I know that what's on the tape right now is red or blue. I copy reds. Because I'm looking for a blue in the current project. If I find a green or a yellow, I can throw it away. Because well, first of all, there shouldn't be a yellow. But if I find a green, the current project had no blue in it. If I find a blue, then I can just copy the current robot, right? And that's what this node does. So I think this is a solution that I just have to copy. So give me this, and this, and this, and this. Copy it, paste it, vertical mirror it, and red-blue swap it. Okay, tell me what's wrong with this solution. Okay, there is something wrong. When given 2 reds, I should have accepted, but apparently I didn't. What happened instead? I stamped my yellow on, and I saw a red. So I read that red, and I said, okay, I should remove a red from each project. In this case, that means doing nothing here. Why is red going to blue here? Oh, these are backward. Okay. So color swap those for me, thank you. Try again. Okay, this was correct. So it was just one tiny clerical error. After the elections, Danica gave me some sad news. She was leaving us for a new role. The government, where she'd just won a seat herself. Well, 2 seats actually, along with a governorship and 3 mayorships. I gave my congratulations and best wishes to as many Danicas as I could find, but I did feel bad. I was fairly sure I'd missed some. So how'd we do? No prizes on any of this. Only 1 scanner too many, though, huh? Maybe something to do with how I handled empty? No, I didn't have special casing for empty, I don't think. Oh, I think I get it. This scanner could be shared with this area, I think, somehow. Maybe. Maybe? Because these 2 scanners both accept on yellow. On white, one of them junks and the other I don't care what it does. I could put another junker here, for example. And on green, they both go to this tile. So I think I could have this arrow point down instead. No. Because then if it found a red or blue, I was thinking, okay, have it point down, and then it'll go here and get junked out. But not if there's a red or blue. It's pretty important that I handle those differently in these cases, right? But I'm certain there's some, like... Because if I could improve my score by 2, it would suggest there's something wrong here or here. Improving it by only 1 suggests there's something in my boundary conditions that I could have done more efficiently. How are the graphs, by the way? $38 and 88%? What are those? Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Wait, what even is the description of Solon, anyway? I don't remember it. Huh. It wasn't about salons, which makes sense. Somehow more senators? I don't get it. So here, if we see a yellow, we accept. And here, if we see a yellow, we accept. But here, if I see a green, then I need to move into a state where reds and blues don't move into the rest, they reject. Yeah, I can't just have green go back to here, because that's basically saying any projects that don't match, any empty projects are acceptable, and that's not true. Because they're only acceptable if all the remaining projects are empty. Which is what this handles. It looks and makes sure all the remaining projects are empty. Yeah, like the first time I get here, when I see a red or blue, I need to move on. When I get to here, if I see a red or blue, I need to do something different. But I don't see an easy way to combine these. Okay, let's just accept no medals on this level and try and get a 3-star done as well this episode. Robo-Researcher. In some ways, university professors had the same problem as children's teachers. They're split between multiple responsibilities, lecturing and research, and often sacrifice the former for the latter. If we just got robots to take care of the science half of things, everything would be much simpler. Now, what went better together than robots and science? Oh, so wait, are we doing the research and not the lecturing? Okay. Oh, we already have robo-lecturers, don't we? Maybe that was just for kids. Delete the last task and then produce. If any. Nothing immediately occurs to me. So you have to leave all the other tasks alone. Obviously. we can copy tasks very easily. We're good at that. But how do you know if you should copy the current task? Huh. If... I mean, okay, one thing you could do, I'm not sure how it would help, is I could remove the red from the end of the last task by copying tasks until I get to... Yeah, that's the idea. You basically go through the entire input, and every time you see a node, you don't immediately copy it. You look at the next node to see if it's green. And if it is, then you don't paste the node you just had. You start over. Now, if you do this forever, of course you'll delete the whole input, right? And that's no good. So what we need to do is first be in a mode where we copy everything except for the final red, and then move into a mode where we copy everything except for the final blue. And once we don't find a final blue, we're done. Now, is there any special case for empty tape that I have to be concerned about? Do I just... Do I just stamp a green and then look and see if the green I stamped is right in front of my face? Or can I do something fancier? Like maybe look at the first node, and if it was red or blue, then like proceed. Then stamp a green and then proceed. The problem is then I'm adding the green stamp in twice. Alright, I'm just going to special case it for now. If I think of something clever, then you'll be the first to know. So there's our green. Oh, wait a minute. I can use a three-way reader, right? So if all we see is green, accept it. If we see red or blue, then move on with your life. And I think it's okay for this loop. Like, we're going to want to re-enter the loop when we finish processing one round of tasks, right? It's okay to re-enter this, because we're only going to come here if we haven't yet removed the final red. And if we haven't yet removed the final red, then we know we'll never stamp a green and then see a green, because we know there's a red left. Okay. So... And I actually do need these two to go to different states. I was thinking I might want them to, like, just stamp the color they saw and then enter the same state or something. But for all we know, the red we just read could be the final one it could be, the final task could be empty. And so right when we get here, we might, we might be done. However, I think, since my job here is to copy everything except the final red, I think if I see a blue, I can just write it immediately, right? When I see a red, I hang on to it for a minute. We've done stuff like this before, right? There can't be a blue here. Or, sorry, there can't be a green, so I'll just use the type 1 scanner. If it's red, well, if it's blue, go over here. Right? Write a red, and then go over there. Because we already read a red from here. Ah, in this node, we're already hanging on to a red. Right. Right? We read a red, and it could be the end, so we have to check what's coming next. If we see a red, we go back into this state, where we're still hanging on to one red, right? And there could totally be a green here. Why did I say there couldn't be a green? I don't know. If there's a green, then the red that we read was actually the final red. And we should move to a mode where we remove the final blue. Which should look a lot like this machine, but color swapped, right? So we need to write a green in. And then it's impossible for us to see a green, isn't it? No, it's not. Because there might have been only one task. And that task might have had only a red, right? And in that case, we would accept, because we removed the final task successfully. It might also have had several blues in front of it, which we've since erased. But the point is, yes, there could just be only the green here. So I want to write this green, and then go to a thing like this, and if it was green, accept. So that seems right. Let me just grab these, copy them, put them here. Oops. Put them here, but red-blue swapped. How exactly does this look? I think we want this. Okay, so this is wrong. Blue, blue, red. Oh, well, I don't have any junking states. Oh, that's correct. There shouldn't be any. Okay, so blue, blue, red. That's a single task. We write a green, and we didn't see it. We copy all the blue. Oh, whoops. I wrote the green again. I see. Wait, what? How did I... Show me that again? No, I copied blues until I found a red. Then the input was green because I had successfully erased the last red. Oh, I need to loop back somehow. So this is just removing one of the last. It's removing the one last blue. Yes. So here, instead of accepting, I need to go back to this state. So give me this. Horizontal mirror it. And then get from here to here. Which looks like this, I think, right? I assume this is wrong too somehow? Okay, same input, still wrong. So we wrote back the green. We tried to copy reds, but there weren't any. We swallowed one blue, copied the second, and found a green, which, oh, I didn't replace that part. Okay, this isn't too bad for area. I got an achievement. It's only just. After investigation, Danica told me that many professors actually liked doing research. Luckily, many of those also liked robots, and our Robo-Researchers made great partners. The main remaining issue was name order for their paper's authorship. The robots wanted alphabetical order, but being the A1000 series gave them a bit of an edge. Yeah. So how did we do? Oh, just medals across the board, huh? In fact, beating all the medal scores. That's pretty cool. I hesitate to say that this is optimal for scanners, but I think it is. The area I'm a bit surprised by, and the time even more, because look at these long loops, right? Going all the way up here? Like, I definitely could have gone faster. For example, by having this red go straight to here through a bridge. Right? So I might as well do that while I'm here. Not a bridge, you know, but a pipe. Right? And there should be something similar over here, which is gonna not hurt me on area, because it's, yeah, it's the same. Wait, that's wrong. Oh yeah, because these aren't exactly equivalent. They're different machines, yeah. Oh my god, I got confused. What? Okay, so this is what was there. And what I did was I put a pipe here and the acceptor here and got rid of this. Okay, so that's fine. This routing, I can do the same thing, but it has to be from here. Right? Same area, same stampers, just a bit faster. How are we on the graphs? Oh no, you can do it with fewer scanners and stampers. How dare you? And faster as well, but we're better than average, which is unusual for me on time on these larger, difficult levels. Area 30 or less. I had 32. Well... this chunk here... suppose that I tried to rotate it. That would be worse, right? Like, clearly worse? Yeah, it's way worse on area. Okay, forget it. We're just gonna have this one solution. We got all the metals. What more could you ask for? I bet we have, I mean, I don't know, 40 minutes would be an okay time to end the episode. Yeah, let's end the episode, and next we'll do some hopefully easy aerospace puzzles to introduce us to whatever new mechanics are going on there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.